Who has sat in a Tesla before? Huh. Wow, so many people. Oh, okay. Who knows who owns a Tesla here? Why do you think that in the most recent news, Tesla has been said to outperform Toyota? I mean, Tesla actually is not a new company. It has existed for about 16 years since when it first started. Of course, Toyota has a long history. It's a Japanese brand. Anybody know why it outperformed Toyota in this recent year? Anybody? New technology, EV movement, okay? Eating into their own business, Okay, great, thanks. Anybody else? One last try? Oh, okay. Right. Okay. We have two learning points to learn from what Tesla has done in the most recent years. Of course, one very interesting thing is that Tesla themselves share with you their secret master plan. One of their key secret master plan was that they know which audience to target first when they first launch. And the first market that they actually targeted was actually the luxury market. So they started off with the first model, Roadster, and it was a very premium model. And this was actually written on their website, in their blog. So they actually mentioned that their secret master plan was to launch the highest tier plan first, then eventually they will launch a wide range of mass market brands. And their goal is always to drive down the cost of the cars and make it very, very affordable. So they want to go high first and then spread. What is the rationale for going top of the market first? Anybody? Why would somebody want to go top of the market first and not straight away whack the mass market? Anybody? Set an impression, okay? Branding. And does this work for all kinds of products or only high-end products? Does it work for all products? Does it work for maybe a jeans or something? Does it work? It works. It works technically for all products, but it works especially well for high quantum products. So the first thing is that they know exactly how to kickstart the niche targeting. Second one, I think what is very interesting is that since the inception of Tesla until today, they have adopted a zero marketing campaign. So they spend $0 on marketing, but not technically $0. The only $0 that Tesla categorized it as zero is that they don't spend money on ads. That means they don't run ads. They don't pay ad agency campaigns to do posters and things like that. They do have their own videos and stuff, but they don't run paid ads. So let's have a look at this particular company. Number one, a lot of their money that could have been spent on advertising, they route it to the product. And no matter how you look at his whole marketing campaign, most of the focus is just on their cars. And they spend a lot of time on their production and their assembly line. And their goal is to make it as automated as possible, and they want to achieve a full in-house production line. That means everything is controlled within. There was an instance, if you have read the recent release about 1 month back, the biography of Elon Musk. Basically, there was an instance whereby they had a battery issue. And after they dissected the battery, they realized that the whole production chain is really very heavy from the car industry. They decided to make their own batteries. So most of the things are done in-house, and they focus a lot on what we call client experience marketing. So they do things like this. And this is something that is very big for Tesla because they focus a lot on events. Third thing, they focus a lot on customers. So basically I went for a test drive with Jeremy. After the test drive, I even paid $300 to put a deposit to buy the entire chain of customer experience because I want to see how they serve me all the way. Sorry, Gavin, because I told Gavin, I bought already. Then after I buy already, next month he went to buy. But I haven't exercised my option yet. Okay. So basically, they operate very different from other car companies. Other car companies, they will hard sell you, put $1,000 on the spot. This one, basically, you just need to put $300. They give you 6 months to decide. So the option period is 6 months. Within 6 months, you can always come back and say, I want to buy. But you can put $300 booking fee first. They make it very easy for you. The customer experience is, I would say, is fantastic. And even though the salesperson is a local salesperson, but instantly you can feel that it's very different. So this was our experience on the test drive. Yeah, so there's no music, but we're having a lot of fun because actually you can make a lot. You can do like fart sounds and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was very fun. You can make like the back rear seat fart. Yeah. So we're having a lot of fun in the car.
但你屁股痒，你刚换 MERS， then 又要换这个啊。
The experience was great. And I think most importantly is that they allow customizable packages in order to induce skin in the game for the consumer to feel that you are the one making the decision. But the most important thing that I realized was that the closing sequence was very comfortable. So the moment we hit back, closing sequence was comfortable. I spent $300 to find out about the closing sequence. There was one very powerful closing sequence towards the end, was that they had a clear demonstration of value and what they stand for. So the moment they bring out this, actually, I think most of the customers will pay already. This is actually a very transparent USP that they have discovered in their sales team, Tesla sales team. And no automotive dealers will ever show you this. This is a transparent information on onemotoring.com. I just extracted this morning. It shows the profit margin of every singular car that the car dealer sells you. So basically, you get to see the total cost with COE here for every single model in Singapore. And then you get to see the difference in the selling price with COE. So for example, if you want to buy a BMW 318, if you track back to this part here, they technically had a cost with COE at 262. They are selling in the market at 315. Their profit margin is 53,882. Right? Now, of course, if you notice, there are some cars with 100 over 1,000 profit margin. So consumers that didn't know about this, they will be very wowed with the fact that they are showing this whole transparency. And what is interesting is that you will notice that like a Suzuki Swift, right? The profit margin is 13,000. It's actually one of the lowest profit margin. There's a lot of cars, for example, like Volkswagen Golf. Profit margin is actually 89,000. And the closing sequence ends at the last part whereby they share with you the cost of the Tesla that they're going to sell you versus the profit that they are making. So technically, every Tesla, they only earn close to about 11,000, which is a very minimum profit margin. And the rationale that they're doing that is because they want to allow more and more people to enjoy EV cars. And that's also the reason why they cut away the centerman. So they allow consumers to deal direct with them, rather than going through a centerman to beef up the margin that the centerman earns, and then they deal directly with the consumer. So that's their vision. And after we had a hackathon, right, we actually went to eat Hai Di Lao lah, okay. So I love Hai Di Lao lah, okay. Okay, so I was wearing this same white pants. And then the mala Niu Nai Tang just dropped on my pants. Okay. So immediately the waitress walked past, right? They said, oh, 来，我拿那个纸巾给你. Then she brought this here. Then I used it to wipe, right? Instantly the stain came out. Oh, then Jeremy was very impressed. Then she called the waitress. Hey, 这个可以给我们多一点吗? Then the waitress come back, brought 10. 来. Then we distribute, okay. Then Alan, very kiam siap one, very kiam siap. Okay, go and check how much is it. Wow, not cheap eh. Per piece, I think close to, I don't know, $1 or something. But the waitress can just pass 10 over pieces immediately. And the funny thing is that the waitress don't need to ask the manager. They have what I call in Cantonese the level of Seng Mokness to do it. Okay. So have we been Seng Mok? Seng Mok is a Cantonese word. Okay, Seng Mok is a Cantonese word. Is to be wise in situations. Okay? So because if our team is not Seng Mok, right, sometimes it's because of our fault as leaders. Maybe we never empower you, or maybe we never share with you what situations to be Seng Mok. For example, if you are closing a deal at 11:59 p.m., right, and you need to make a decision to give the co-broke 1%, example lah. And this deal you really need to close because too long never, and the deal is so good for the customer, but this co-broke, right, just die wants 1%. And you cannot reach Mark, you cannot reach Adrian, you cannot reach Melvin. Then what do? Then you need to activate the Seng Mokness to make the judgment call to whether you want to do it or not do it. So I'm going to give you a framework on how to be Seng Mok. Okay. So last weekend I went back to test, okay, because I brought my wife there to eat advanced birthday celebration. So then my wife at the entrance, right, took a packet and started eating this, and she loved it. So when we are about to leave, right, then she raised her hand and said, "Hey, 不好意思，可以给我这个吗？多一包." Then the waitress came back with a whole bag. Okay, this is already, I took this morning, it's half already, but actually it's filled to the brim one. So inside got like close to 30 packets. So, do the waitress need to ask the manager, or the waitress can be Seng Mok? Actually, they are empowered one. They are empowered to wow the customer. So have we always been finding opportunities to wow our customers? And have we been consistent or not? Because if you look at this entire thing, right, there's so many chances for you to wow your customer all the way here. And have we been consistent in our touch points, wowing them, and then being more Seng Mok in actually managing this whole process, so that at the end, they're so happy with you that they always come back. Actually, one very good test is if you text and invite them for next Saturday, right? If they don't want to come, means something wrong now. With your experience. If they are truly not free, then it's okay lah, right? But if somehow they are free but they don't want to come, means maybe along the way they got a bit of ITW liao. Invisible trigger words, or ITA, invisible trigger action. We shared this during the IST hackathon, right? Now, that's all for this segment. Okay, give yourself a round of applause.